Hey guys, how are you? Vladimir Ribakov here from Traders Academy Club. This video is a weekly performance review of the Forex Triple B, 18th to 22nd of November 2019. As you know, the purpose of this video is educational, to explain the logic behind the trades we take, how do we choose the instruments we will trade, and the analysis we do before we trade. Our work is always the same. We pre-analyze the market, so we choose the instruments we would like to trade, the ones that have the clear structure, and then we are waiting for the system to provide us the alerts. So right now, I would like to go and to review the trades we took. The main website Forex Triple B, performance, and this is where you will be able to see the images of the entries and the exits. But before that, quick reminder, for the special event of the Black Friday followed by the Cyber Monday, we have the Triple B and the rest of the systems and the courses available for you in a very special offer. Go to the blog, this is the link, or below this video in the description or the pinned comment you would find the direct link to the Black Friday. Read below the instructions and the explanation and get your copy of whatever you would like, if you would like to join us, of course. So let's start with the first trade of the previous week. That was the gold sell. The idea of, well, that's what we received on the gold, and I'll cover it in a second. Basically what we got here, it's two bigger waves that allow us to go and to look for sell opportunity. What happened here is a trending condition that we have on the 4-hour chart already, on the daily, already going, and this is what we had on the gold, and that we traded it. So we are in a bearish trending conditions, and after we broke down of this range, we expected the price to continue lower. So we got the first leg down, corrections, and we expected to see the second leg down. The reason of that, why did we expect another leg down? The answer for that is very simple. If the first leg is a trending structure by itself with two waves correction followed up with bearish divergence, we expect another leg down with the same pattern. And that's why we got the sell here. It was easy decision, small risk, and paid beautifully. Next one on the list was the dollar versus the CAD on the sell. It was a short-term sell because on the longer view we wanted to go and look for the buys. So what did we have on the dollar CAD? Basically, here we got the two waves with the bearish divergence. According to the daily, the expectations were to ride the move down. The second leg here is a cycle by itself, and I expected it to reach the supportive zone and the 50% around the round number 132 and the dynamic 200 moving average, and then to provide us the opportunity for the buys. So basically what happened here is after the triple cycle, expected to see two waves correction, and that was the idea of this trade. And as per the setup, this is how it looked like. So what we received on the lower time frame was the trending structure I love to see so much, the finding that we are playing in the corrective mode, two waves in the correction, 4-hour chart, middle Bollinger Bands, the slope is bearish, so we are after the sell. Again, pretty easy decision here with the corrective cycle expected from the 4-hour chart with trending condition, and this one delivered. Euro Aussie on the short-term buys. Now on this pair I had a big disagreement with my guys for the beginning of the week, because I am after the sells. They were looking for another rally here at the beginning of the week, so this is why I was after right here. I was expecting to see this top and start looking for the sells, and I wanted to trade this top. So yes, theoretically there is a room, of course. As you can see at that point, no divergence against us in developing movement, no ending divergence to start the sell. So yes, definitely it has the room. I personally don't love to trade on a limited room. In that case, they were right, not me. And the corrective cycle, which in that case was big two waves. Basically, you can see this, the first leg of the two waves is a cycle by itself, and so was the second leg. So that again, the decision, technically it's a very correct thing in developing conditions to ride until we don't have the opposite signs. I myself don't love to do that. In that case, it turned to be good, so who am I to judge? It's lucky that they didn't listen to me in that case. Of course, it could turn to be opposite. Sometimes I'm right with my decision, sometimes them. In that case, just wanted to explain the logic. I myself prefer to avoid places where the rooms is limited. In that case, they got it right and ride it all the way to the top of the Bollingers. The only way that I could support such thing is that the clearance zone in the previous move down is located here. So again, with very big chance, the market will try to reach there in developing conditions when there are no signs against. So that's for the Euro versus the Australian. Now the next one, Euro CAD. This one of the easier decision here. Beautiful two waves to the downside. Classical supportive zone. And the expectation to the upside. So what did we have with this pair and why it's easy to go buy here? This pair had all the bullish trend structures I love to see. 3 higher highs, 3 higher lows, no signs against on the higher time frame. Buy retraces is the easy decision here, and in that case, as you can see, was simply classical and delivered. Pound New Zealand on short-term buy opportunity. Well, this pair is moving inside the range. For longer view, there is nothing really that is clearly obvious. What is clear here is right now we are bouncing from one zone to another. That's pretty much what happens with this pair for a very, very long time. Now, for a long time, I'm still after the buys, but there is no structure for that yet. So what happened on the lower time frame was basically, let me just explain the trade here. Oops, the pen. We got a bullish trending structure to the upside, and then two deep waves correction. Small risk on the supportive zone, and with the 4-hour chart, I'll just show, with the 4-hour chart bends to reach the top of the band. That was pretty much the idea of this pair, and as you can see, didn't turn to be good, and this pair lost. I think I showed the wrong image. It was right on that area, right here, with this correction. So that's pretty much it. We expected it to continue. To continue and to deliver to the top, like basically like this, before whatever happens. And again, because of the higher time frame is bullish, I personally was under the impression that this structure is going to deliver the breakout. I had a wrong read here, and this didn't work out well, and we lost on this trade. Simple. Cut franc sell, also very, very easy decision. Classical trending structure, 2 waves correction, bearish slope on the 4-hour chart. And the idea here is coming from the higher time frame, going through the lower time frame. Pretty easy. Trending pattern. Triple cycle. Bearish divergence on the MACD histogram. 2 corrective waves to the 50%. That was the one that I choose to trade. And then we were simply waiting for the correction. Of course, in the 4-hour chart, we waited to go with the trend. And here we are, we got the structure, and I expected to see the 50% reached, trend line, bounce, and we had a trend line breakout. So the idea here was easy to get this leg down completed, deliver the divergence, and to, in that case, also delivered us the profit. Next one was the New Zealand dollar buy. Again, classical bullish trend structure, my favorite. As you know it, well, if you follow me enough, you know that I love trending structure in bigger cycles moves. Now we got the ABCD here and buy alert, so expectation onto the buy. And from the higher time frame, it's super clear that we are moving in a bullish trend structure here, corrective cycle, corrective cycle, and expecting it to continue. Right now we went into the range, but back then the pattern was super clear, and the idea for the buys was as well pretty clear. We had no signs against, and that's pretty much it. Euro dollar was another buy, unfortunately failed. What we got on this pair, again, bullish 4-hour chart, bullish direction without any doubt. Two waves ABCD, hold of the rising trend line inside this channel. I expected to see the correction to the upside. In that case, it was kind of a bad decision done, because the higher time frame, where is my euro dollar? The higher time frame already had a bearish divergence against us, so not developing the bearish divergence against us. So wasn't the smart. It was here, right? Wasn't the smartest decision, and we are slowing down to trade. That's pretty much it. And we you know, when we do it not without any careful signs, right? Not paying too much attention to the some obstacles, it could cost money, and that's what happened. And it happens to everyone, including ourselves. With all the experience, sometimes you don't pay attention to this little thing, one thing that could be a big difference. And you know, my motto is very simple: you don't pay attention, you pay money. That could happen to everyone, and I just want you to remember, it happens. Doesn't matter how much experience you have. Sometimes the little details make the whole difference. It's easy to see that backwards. During the live trading, of course, it's harder. That's why I always say should trade facts. You cannot prevent mistakes completely. You need to learn how to minimize them, and by that improve the performance immediately. So that's pretty much it. Remember, mistakes were and will be part of our trading. We need to work through, minimize them, and of course control the risk reward and the management of our trades. Just keep doing the rules. The rest the market will deliver. And the last one was the Aussie New Zealand, and it was one of the better ones for all the kind of system and trading, Triple B as well. Clear trend from the 4-hour chart, slope, clear structure of lower highs, lower lows. We are also in this bearish tunnel. Easy sell, supported perfectly with the higher time frame direction. Triple cycle from the daily, expecting corrective cycle in play. 4-hour chart, got the first two waves, had nothing against us on the go, and we expected the next leg to develop until the divergence will take place. As you can see, nothing against. It was an easy sell, and let's go back to the chart, and again delivered. So that was the week of the Forex Triple B. What can we learn from that? In trending market conditions, it's easy to ride the trends. Previous week was such a week, and that's why the beautiful performance. Remember, mistakes are part of the games. Do not let the mistakes control you and your emotions, like the wish to revenge. You made a mistake, admit it, and it happens to everyone. Of course, with the experience you gain, you do much less mistakes. You cannot prevent them completely. When you deal with multi instruments on lower time frames, it's impossible to pay attention to all the little details. Of course, looking backwards is always easy, and much easier than do that live. So remember, don't look for perfection. Try to do the best you can. You made a mistake, admit it, get out. As simple as that, and control the risk reward. Respect the rules, respect the market, respect the mistakes. Don't try to, oh, it will be fine. Don't fool yourself with beliefs or wishes. Okay, just go. Made a mistake, admit it, cut it, go on, move on. It's as simple as that. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. And once again, I would like to remind you, the Black Friday offer is here and it's alive for you until the 3rd of December. You can get any of the work we have for you, all the projects and the products we have available for you. Just go to the link below this video or in the description or the pinned comments. Read the instructions carefully. Choose the work you would like, if you would like any, of course. If you have any questions, let me know below in the comments, or just contact the support team. We would be more than happy to assist you. And that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next week with another review.